45 metres. High, loving ball into Thomas Vaughan. Spins the ball out. Niall Griffin tackles with Philip Monks. Monks breaks out with the ball. Looks up. Sees a teammate. Out here to... And we see Alan Breedale picking up the ball once again. Paddy Fahey stands in his immediate path. A free out to Ballyvaughan, over carrying the ball by the Crusheen County Minor, Dual County Minor 2003. Ball won by Vaughan. Now Crusheen have to wake up. The 7-point lead is now down to 4. They will need to hit another point or two before half time, or else the craft of Ballyvaughan should surely tell for a few minutes of experience of playing matches every week, once a week, while Crusheen have been training. Breedale beaten for the ball. Ball picked out here to the centre forward, John McCormick. Well tackled by Patrick Vaughan. Ball conceded, and a tough tackling by Vaughan. As Grady and Thomas Vaughan go in there, needlessly so. They're coming. Number 11 for Crusheen, Gerald Grady, and number 11 for Ballyvaughan have been sent off for third men into the tackles. A number of Crusheen players have been booked as well. So now it's 14 aside. And we have a very interesting second half. A bit needlessly so, rushing into an instant that Crusheen had won the sideline ball. And now we have another sideline ball given to Crusheen as Barry O'Donnell gets the ball. So Brendan McMahon, Niall Griffin. But still, that's his decision. A throw ball, too close to each other. Now we have, this game is, the sooner this half ends, the better for both sides, because it's getting a bit of a joke. The two teams are getting a bit rallied for no reason whatsoever. And Barry O'Donnell enters the referee's notebook. So this becomes the third or fourth Crusheen man to go into the referee's notebook. A small bit of indiscipline entering into the two sides. Throw ball now between, as the Crusheen, Niall Griffin catches the ball, breaks out to straight across the field to Trevor Corbett. Crusheen now decide to need a score after that little bit of indiscretions, and there's a free foul on Tom Shaw by Trevor Corbett, trying to delay him breaking out with the ball. And now the fact that Crusheen Duffer has to play football full time will show they got a big cut out there, rushing in with a tackle like that. Referees will use it as an opportunity to show their power, and they did so on that occasion by knocked two players and booking a number of players on both sides. So Tony McMahon now goes with Pat McCarthy, close team selector, secretary against selector, breaks out to Cronin Dillon. High ball hopped in there to Brendan McMahon. Brendan's knocked to the ground, loses possession of the ball. Kieran Casey, team captain, breaks past him. Brendan Faden tackled by Breedale. McMahon fails to get him. We're into injury time now, 1 minute in injury time. Pat Fahey to Tom Shaw. Tom Shaw has Raymond Casey out loose for him. Gives it now. Casey 21 metres out. He has a chance to score. He goes and he pops it over the bar as the Crusheen man goes down in the tackle. The Crusheen man down the tackle appears to be Thomas Vaughan. And now we have 1-5 to 1-2 in favour of the Crusheen team, as we now have 1.5 minutes played of injury time. Unfortunately, these incidents occur in matches which didn't need to occur on this occasion, was it did? As the referee speaks to his two umpires. Perhaps, don't know why, maybe he's bringing in to discipline someone else, perhaps. I hope it isn't. When you're the break anyway, they have to just pull the break now. Let the two teams in just can down and have a cup of tea for the second half. Now kick out now for the Crusheen man, taken by Tony McMahon. Out to past the 45 metre line. Caught by Stevie Hines. To Fahey, to the runner. Crusheen cannot stop the runners breaking through. It's just like near in the first half. Overcarry whatsoever again. And again, one will say he has been a bit harsh in the Ballyvaughan players. He's been very, very technical. And there was no need earlier on to maybe send off the lads, but he's done it. So Dylan has the free now. High kick. O'Donnell gone into full forward. Ball won by Mark Walsh. To Fahey. Fahey tackled by Barry O'Donnell. Out to Stevie Hines. to Pat McCarthy. Breakdale clips but misses him. To Tony McMahon. Tiny looks up. To Codger, Binger back call. Fouled by the two Ballyvaughan fellas. As Crusheen free. As Tony McMahon impresses his strength upon Pat McCarthy. Codger looks up. Might be no harm to play out the rest of ball breaks. And it's a Crusheen line ball. Ball kicks off O'Loughlin from Breakdale. And now, as the umpire, the linesman most definitely was a Crusheen ball. And now Griffin goes in to offer words of encouragement to the umpire, the linesman, but the referee, Griffin wants to be careful, he's on a yellow card anymore. As a throw ball, it cannot change the decision of the referee or these linesmen. The throw ball, caught by Dylan, it's half time. So half time score here in Miltown, Crusheen 1-5, Ballyvaughan 1-2. And now second half on here in the Junior A Football Final 2003. Crusheen leading 1-5 to 1-2, and a mammoth task ahead of them, facing into a strong breeze. The play in the first half was even Stevens, and more so on the sitting offs with the both centre forwards sent off, Grady and McCormack. And we are now 30 seconds into the first half, and James Hines drops the ball, chased by Shane O'Donnell. Weak clearance out here to the substitute for Ballyvaughan, Paul McDonough, who's into the fray. Well won by Thomas Vaughan. His devil may care attitude got into the ball that time, but conceded a sideline ball. The Ballyvaughan side now must be confident of at least bringing themselves big into contention again in this game. Game should have been played last Monday for reasons in the boardroom. It wasn't. In a high lobbing ball caught on the line by Thomas Vaughan. Another clearance by the Vaughan man. And out here to Brian Don. The ball was bashed into the square there by the number 8, James Hines. To Nine McMahon, evades one tackle. To Brian O'Donnell once again. The Crusheen captain looks up, looking to find a loose man, but they're well curtailed here now by the Ballyvaughan backs. He's doing very well to hold the ball here now. He has to try and take another tackle. Beats, falls to ground, pushed by Mark Walsh. Over carry the ball. The free had been given before O'Donnell had fell to the ground, that he'd overcarry the ball before his tackle with Mark Walsh. And now Raymond Casey, playing out around the middle of the field all day, about to take the free, told her to go to Michael Riley. The throw ball, referee claimed that Brian O'Donnell was kicked in the back with the ball by Raymond Casey. But I think Brian, a wily old campaigner he is, perhaps just stood his ground and your man kicked him into the back. Very simple. And throw ball between Casey and Dylan. Dylan catches the ball. Again, Dylan has done it very well, but his kicking has let him down on occasions. As he kicks the ball into the hands of Ballyvaughan centre back. The ball cleared here now to Cronin Dylan. Dylan gathers the ball. Beats the tackle of Paul McDonough, the Ballyvaughan substitute. Goes past Pat Behan, takes the tackle of Michael Walsh. Out here to Ryan down the corner. Crusheen, a nearly score will be absolutely brilliant at this stage. Breakdown misses the bounce of the ball. Taxes it to Michael. Tom Walsh saw the ball the whole time. Breakdown cut out of position to Stevie Hines, the goal scorer for Ballyvaughan in the first half. Very well taken score in the first half. Tackled by Brendan McMahon. Brendan overzealous in his tackle. Ball kicked in by Hines. Ball held up. Throw ball. The referee adjudging that Hines took the free before he wanted it to be taken. So it's a throw ball once again between Dylan and his immediate marker. Ball cut. Ball breaks to Paddy Fahy. To Hines. Well won by Dylan. This is where Dylan comes into his own. When the backs are against the wall. Tackle one. It's quite first half by Dylan. Rose's shoulder remains of an old shoulder injury brought up from years ago. To Carr, who's in quite this game. A few runs with no scores as such. Goes down the left-footed hurler footballer. Takes the tackle. Now is not the time to be down the ground. Free now to Ballyvaughan. Kieran Griffin goes out once again as now McMahon stands over the corner forward for Crusheen. Michael Keane goes out to offer words of inspiration. Still now standing on the 14-metre line. Other forwards are Breakdale, McMahon, Corvett. Out here to Vaughan. Bit casual really, trying to be too cocky with the ball. Ball flicked up to McMahon. McMahon to Verdon. Maybe directness will probably work. To Breakdale. Breakdale assists the ball. Drops the ball for the second time. Picks it up, tackles by Paddy Fahy. A free would be very good this point in time, knowing that Verdon's free taking is great distance even against the wind. Ball kicked out now to Tony McMahon. If he spills this ball, Crusheen on top, he doesn't. Safe tactic to Vaughan. Vaughan looks up, he's dealing McMahon into help. But he gives the ball away quite easily. Now he has to tackle Paul McDonough between James Hines and Shane O'Donnell. Young Hines has been put into maybe exploit a little bit of pace on the Crusheen full back line. Now McMahon has gone back with Stevie Hines. Ball kicked in needlessly wide, and I think that will perhaps knock the Ballyvaughan lads down well. They got the position well, got out to the ball first, sent it wide, and those loose men calling for the ball. Now, 5 minutes gone in the second half. Crusheen are very much up for this final. Crusheen, traditionally hurling parish, won the Junior V Football Championship in 1998. Players who were involved in that win included Tony McMahon, Shane O'Donnell, Cronin Dillon, and others. Trevor Corwett and Brendan McMahon. Trevor indeed was captain of the team. The final, they defeated O'Curry's above in Ballyvaughan 2-12 to 6 points. Now McMahon breaks out with the ball. Now a county minor hurler in 2003, Captain Clare, another 14 hurling level in 1999, and again in 2016 and 2001. The Thomas Vaughan takes the free. High long ball, tackling between Casey and Brendan McMahon. Line ball to Casey as McMahon stands in the way. McMahon will have to stand back a bit. Ball sent in. Should be easy meet to the Crusheen backs, but it's not. It's lost to Hines again. Hines, McDonough is evaded the clutches of Thomas Vaughan. Looks up. Got an option. Has he got an option? He's got two options in fact. One of them is Raymond Casey. High ball kicking, and that ball has gone into the jacks in Miltown. So now, 6 minutes gone in the second half here. Crusheen, it's going to be a low scoring game. It's probably going to be 10 points to 9 in the score by the time this is finished. If Crusheen can avoid a goal going in, they'll make things a little. And he's given a 45-metre free, surprising. No one seems to know where that came out of, but he's given it now. And so McDonough takes a shower. And again, he's given a throw-up ball because he's stood too near. This referee is extremely technical for no reason whatsoever. The two teams just want to play football. Just because they take an extra step or so, or a foot too near to the free, but it has worked to Crusheen's advantage, because most definitely all throughout the match he's given quite an amount more frees for technical errors against Ballyvaughan than against Crusheen. Ballyvaughan with a shot pass, of course, will allow that thing to occur. So now it's another free to Ballyvaughan. I think he's making up for the time he didn't really give him the free. So now it's Jason McDonough, 46 metres out, a chance for a score, and he has sent it over the bar. So there's 2 points between the sides. Crusheen 1-5, Ballyvaughan 1-3. As Kieran O'Doherty and Dave McMahon act as very loyal watermen over on the far side. With 37 minutes gone now in this game. Unless Crusheen can hit over 2 or 3 more points, they look like they're going to need a small bit of bother here as we go into the last 20 minutes of football for this year for Crusheen. In earlier rounds, Crusheen defeated Kilmurray O'Brien, Miltown and Wolftone, and lost to Naomh. They defeated Coolmeen quite comprehensively in the semi-final, or the quarter-final, where actually there was a number of great scores got by Barry O'Donnell, who announced himself and he told a lot of people that he's a well-taken, well-matched free taker. So Barry O'Donnell with the ball now wins the free. Should be better wise now to play the rules, or else he'll give away the ball. And O'Donnell to Pat Vaughan, as the Ballyvaughan supporters remind the referee that he didn't take the free from the right position, yet he wasn't called first. So hand pass to Barry O'Donnell. Has he got a score on? Unlikely. He's been well marked by Tom Shaw. To Vaughan. Vaughan to Barry O'Donnell again. Beats one tackle. Fouled. And another free to the Crusheen men. Has he got a score on? Can he get a free even? He's got a point. For Brian O'Donnell, the team captain, now operating in the full forward line. Quick free, move quickly. Telepathy between the two brothers, Brian and Barry. Barry kicks the ball to Ryan. Brian kicks it over the bar. Simple football. No training can ever teach that to a fella. With injury the last couple of years, and now is coming on into the corner forward role. And who's to say that he will not get a goal? In fact, I would suggest that he'll get a score before this game is out. Definitely one of the hardest kickers of ball in the parish of Crusheen. He's gone in now to possibly full forward. He's marking Philip Monk's. A great catch for Bridget. Smallest man out of the three catches. Carl Dillon picks up the ball. Out to Barry O'Donnell. There is a score here if he can get the ball out the right time. Look up. Heads on to the ball. Rolling ball. Rugby straight up the centre. Bridget tries to be 2 or 3 and gets caught. Those loose men out the side. Crusheen decided to play the ball up the centre and it didn't work. To Carl Dillon. Shot. And a point. Brian O'Donnell. Barry O'Donnell's waiting for it. Carl got, Brian sends the ball out to Carl. There was a goal chance there. Goal chance missed. Well, point chance taken. Well done by Carl Dillon, whose influence in this game has put him close to man of the match. He's won nearly all throw-ins and most high balls, and his physical strength has allowed him to win a number of frees for Crusheen throughout the match. Now Crusheen have gotten 1-7 to 1-3 up again. The lead ahead is coming slowly back to them, as Ballyvaughan, obviously, without putting a curse on the Crusheen backs, are being well contained by the Crusheen backs. Breedale now playing out third midfielder. Inside the foot on is McDonough and Hines, marked by McMahon and Bahan. Club secretary Tiny McMahon, and a free in for an illegal tackle on Stevie Hines. McMahon kicks the ball away, but Hines goes back to retrieve it. And Jason McDonough comes out. Jason, who's taken over frees in all championship grades for Ballyvaughan this year, lines up to take the free. Right footed, maybe more suited to left footer, but we'll see how he takes it. Kicks the ball, caught by Michael Dillon. Michael Gimp Dillon from the island. Hand pass the ball out here to Tony McMahon. Barry O'Donnell, who's working hard in the second half. Perhaps the old cup of tea at half time and the infamous lectures from Michael Griffin when he suggests perhaps we go to Club Dangle for dummies, has rallied the Crusheen players. And now Pat Mahan looks up to take the free. Now McMahon tries to make himself available for it, but I think at this time the safer option would be the safe ball up the line, or he kicks it back here to Rin McMahon. To Pat Vaughan. Loose ball, conceded to Philip, to Michael Walsh, to Casey. Thomas Vaughan puts his leg in the way, slows up play, wins a free. Small little bit harsh against the Crusheen man. We've 13 minutes played and the wind is and rain is pouring down here in Ballyvaughan. It's really going to be a case of who's got the balls to the battle now to win this County Junior A Football Championship played here in Hennessy Memorial Park. Crusheen, up to 7 or 8 years ago, into their first junior football team back in 1996, won the mid-player Junior B Football Championship down in Ballynacully. High ball sent in here by Jason McDonough as he rallies the troops. 1 point after 43 minutes. It's Crusheen 1-7, Ballyvaughan 1-4. Back in 1996, Crusheen won the Junior B mid-player Football Championship down in Ballynacully. Michael Forty was playing that day and he got an early shower after the playing Wolf Tones. Here we have a different type of early shower. It's raining down on top of us. Kevin Dillon catching that side. From that now, 2 years later, Crusheen won the Junior B Football Championship, and now they're contesting the second Junior A Football Championship. Lost to Clondigad in 2000 by 3-6 to 11 points. Concession a number of soft goals in that final cost Crusheen the 2 weeks after winning the intermediate. Perhaps the eye was taken off the ball. Now the back to open action here now. O'Loughlin to Shaw. Ballyvaughan have got the gusto. Well won again by Patrick Vaughan. Loose ball. He's winning the ball well. His distribution has been poor enough in certain times. Now Dillon has the ball down the corner. He needs help. He's covered. He has Barry O'Donnell. He breaks through a tackle, over carrying the ball, and a free out to Ballyvaughan. He had 2 men with him, thinking he can walk the ball into it. Give the possession to loose men and hold up the ball. Cormac goes up. Well done, Cormac. Dillon back and back, waiting for him to make a mistake. Shaw picks up the ball, drops the ball again. Well done, Alan Breakdale. Goes on, wins the free. Normally the fiery corner forward, wing forward, corner back, wing back. The man from the town, the Tooheys, is his mother's name, Bridget's her father's name. The ball's kicked in to Trevor Corbett. Trevor picks up the ball. Looks up, more rain. Across the field to Brian O'Donnell, out now, loose, roving to Barry O'Donnell. And the ball's lost again. close space. They spread the ball up. Looseman, Dillon, Lenihan, and McMahon waiting for the ball. Micheál Linan, speedy wing back. Brendan McMahon, flailing drive, misses him. Tony McMahon and Stevie Hines. McMahon gives a little bit of a nudge, and it's a wide ball. Somehow Stevie Hines, burly and all his falls to the pressure of tiny shoulders McMahon. And we have into the last quarter game, 15 minutes, 45. As Patrick Grady, he's getting very, very wet here beside me. Trying to write on wet paper with ink. A very smart young lad. Oh, kick out by Michael Tony McMahon to the dog McMahon to his brother, and very harsh again, over carrying the ball. He's very, very technical, Crusheen, and as we have now, McMahon has gone down a little bit of perhaps a facial injury. That's maybe just playing for a little bit of time. A lot of nurses have in Galway, and a lot of other girls in Bradford, Tulla, Kilkishen, Fairfield, and a high, very well taken free by Jason McDonough. Jovious free, but nonetheless a point. And now it's 1-5 to 1-7 with 46 minutes gone. The first half, in the second half. Now you kick out for Tony McMahon. His kick out's been very solid this today now. And it's dropping out here to the 45-metre line. Dropping between Hines. Well won by Dillon. Concrete Products employee. A throw up again, where he didn't take the free. This is absolutely crazy. Both sides are suffering this just because they don't take the free exactly where the free occurs. He's just trying to slow down the game so he can get up and play it himself. Very silly tactic. The two teams, there's no malice whatsoever, just stupid refereeing. A kick now into the belly for Cathal Dillon, but he'll get over it. A free, more accident than his. He got a kick from James Hines. 47 minutes gone. Crusheen are 2 points up and holding the game. They'll still need an attacking again to Brian O'Donnell. Cathal Dillon has a knock to the face. High long ball. We would need Ron O'Gara to go after this one. Caught by Damien Martin. Out to James Hines. To Paddy Fahey, now operating on the forwards. Shadowed by Shane O'Donnell. Drops the ball to Jason McDonough. Tackled by Thomas Fahan. Pushed out to the side. Has scored a number of good points from frees in the last couple of minutes to keep Ballyvaughan in the game. Well done by Thomas Fahan. And a free won by the Crusheen men. Crusheen now will want to settle, take the free from the right position, or to give Ballyvaughan a chance to get back into the game by awarding a throw-in. Another sub now, about to be warmed up, is Gerard O'Donnell. Gerard, who suffered a very serious leg injury against Miltown in the league series this couple of months ago. But now the ball is in here to Raymond Casey. This could be crucial. He hits the ball into the hands of Michael Dillon, cleared out the line. Out only to Paddy Fahey. Crusheen backs in disarray. Ball, don't know where the ball is. They're gathering, regrouping as quick as they can. Now McMahon breaks out the ball. Well done to McMahon. Maria would be proud. To James Hines, tackled by Cathal Dillon. To Micheál Linan, the right half back. And that is an inspirational score. It's the first time in the game the Ballyvaughan supporters have stood up in celebration. When a wing back goes up to score, it's like 3 points to score, not just 1 point. And it's Ballyvaughan 1-6, Crusheen 1-7. As we have 10 minutes, 20 seconds left in this game. As a kick out by Tony McMahon. To Micheál Linan. Well, to Sheridan, spills the ball. To Stevie Hines. Burrow and tackling. A free award, again a soft free. Maybe he's making up for the frees that he gave against them in the first half when they weren't really guilty of. Now, he's had scored 2 scores like this before, and he pops it over, and we have a level game. Exactly as we expected it would be. 1-7 apiece in the final 10 minutes of this Clare Junior A Football Final 2003. Crusheen 1-7, Ballyvaughan 1-7. And Gerard O'Donnell enters the fray. Making way is possibly Trevor Corva. Trevor, who played well but couldn't really escape the shackles of Mark Walsh. And Garrod is on now. Exactly, I don't know where. There's only three Crusheen men in the Ballyvaughan side of the field. That's O'Donnell, two O'Donnell, and Keith Lenihan. And now we have Brendan a free across the face of the own goal wouldn't exactly be the best idea in the world now. As Tony McMahon takes free, he'll have to find possession. His silly free to Paul McDonough. Mike Dillon want to catch this. First rule, do not put the ball across your own square playing against the wind. To Brigdale. The Crusheen players are very rushed. Why, I don't know. They're playing good football. Jason McDonough and over the bar. Another error in the Crusheen. Another error in the Crusheen defence has cost Crusheen another point. Now it's 1-8 to 1-7 as Ballyvaughan go ahead for the first time, I believe, in this year's Junior A football final. They lost the 21B football final in controversial circumstances to Doonbeg 2 or 3 weeks ago after a replay. They won the Minor B football championship earlier this year, defeating Kilrush, and now this is the one they really want. 21 is one thing, minor is one thing. The Junior A, they want to get into intermediate football championship to add to the Junior B championship they won back in 1994. Out to Brian O'Donnell from Ballyvaughan. Well kicked to free to Garrod O'Donnell for his first tackle. He wins a free. Tackle in the back by Mark Walsh. This game is on a knife edge. The next mistake will cost the team. Crusheen need a point. Will not go over the bar from that distance. Barry O'Donnell, Brian to Barry. Looks up. Tries to beat one. Tried to get to his brother. Got to Alan Brigdale instead. Crusheen, we hoping to win a free here. The game is very bunched. Ballyvaughan has the game bunched in front down centre. Keith Lennon has the ball. And my prediction's right about a score from the bearded warrior. He looks up. He kicks the ball across the face of his own goal. Blocked down by the Ballyvaughan defender. Breaks out by Raymond Casey. Kicked to the 65-metre line. Caught by Brendan McMahon. Brendan gives to Brian. Or to Cronin Dillon. Teammate for the last 20 years. Brendan wants to calm down. We don't want to lose another player on this field. Going down the side. Into Niall McMahon. Will there be 45 conceded? The ball is broken down there in the ruck. Niall McMahon. Free out to Ballyvaughan. Kicked out here to Paul McDonough. 14 metres, 25, 30 metres kick. To Tom Shaw, between Tom Shaw and Tony McMahon. The warrior with the grey hair. Down the 45-metre line. He's two men loose. If he releases, Jason McDonough has a goal chance on here. He takes the chance and he sends it over the bar. And Ballyvaughan are now 1-9 to 1-7 up as the Ballyvaughan substitutes celebrate. We're now in the last 6 minutes of the game. And number 17 comes on for Crusheen, which is Diarmuid Doherty. As Thomas Vaughan makes way. And Diarmuid Doherty goes straight on to mark Jason McDonough. Jason McDonough has got a lot of loose possession the last 6 or 7 minutes, only though that was probably his first score from play. The ball caught by Cathal Dillon. Crusheen need at least one more point to make it tough for the last 5 minutes for Ballyvaughan. A goal would be preferably with the best result. Groton is taking the tackle. He's won another free. And he wants to... Michael... That's a still